Hello, my name is He Who Is in the Water, here for another draft of Invasion Planeshift Apocalypse. This pack has some stuff going on. Angelic Shield is okay, can lead to some pretty powerful stuff. Barrin's Spite is kind of mediocre. I don't like that it gives your opponent the choice. Urborg Drake is pretty great on rate, that kind of rhymed. Also like Serpentine Kavu and Scorching Lava quite a bit. I think my inclination here is just to take the Drake. The flyers in this format are just very good, and being a 2/3 means that like you're attacking with some amount of impunity. Yeah, I think I like that. This is a pretty good pack though. I think, yeah, like Whip Silk, Tidal Visionary, and Turf Wound are all bad, but like the rest of these, I think, or Chaotic Strike's also garbage, but like the rest of these are all pretty strong cards. Empress Galena is unfortunately quite bad. Searing Rays isn't good. Wayfaring Giant can become rather big. So I'm thinking the Giant, Skyweaver, or Prohibit. Prohibit, unlike in Pauper, where it does kind of feel like it's the kicker mode is just like a counterspell, you are going to like struggle against things that cost more than that in this format. I think I'm leaning towards Skyweaver here over Wayfaring Giant just being a little bit too slow. This is just a very flexible card. And kind of what I'm envisioning happening right now is being like a Grixis deck. That's where I'm thinking like a lot of this fits well together. This is going to be great for blue-white too, or for Esper. But Grixis could be pretty nice. Quicksilver Dagger being like the big pickup to like try to position yourself to like gobble up all those copies that you get in pack 3. And we have some good reasons to be red now. So it's Halam, Jin, and Tribal Flames I think are just the best cards in the pack, and I think like very good to continue this plan. But I don't know which I want more. I think the Jin might be better. Especially if we end up like blue-black just touching red more and having like more red interaction. I think is pretty nice. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's the right spot. Here, I think I'm kind of on Vodalian Zombie or Tower Drake, and just like don't worry about the activated ability of Tower Drake. Quarian Trailblazer is also quite attractive. Glimmering Angel is pretty solid as well. Might be better than Tower Drake. Well, no, because we're not locked into colors, and blue-black seems the most likely pair that we end up with at this time. So I think I'll just take the Tower Drake for slight flexibility here. Cauldron Dance, if I recall, that was reanimate. It's a very complicated spell. And one that I'm not sure I much care for. I think I'm okay just taking Phyrexian Slayer here. Hooded Kavu is less exciting. Cauldron Dance just is like 6 mana reanimate at instant speed that like bounces back to your hand. That's a lot of work. And Phyrexian Slayer is just not much work. This pack is a little bit more concerning that we don't have much going on here. Shoreline Kavu or Hooded Kavu, but I think I just take the Hooded Kavu for breaking up some board stalls. I Yeah, this is just a pretty weak pack. Thunderscape Apprentice is good. Maybe I just take that. Like, maybe we come back into other stuff later. I'm more on board with that. The Hooded Kavu is like pretty low impact. Drake Skull cameo is fantastic here for being in blue-black, although I like Metathran Zombie quite a bit. But I think we can maybe wheel one that came back or is in our opening pack. That would be pretty nice. But the cameo is just really nice for fixing. And ramp. Metathran Zombie, one of those cool creatures where the card name is the type line. Desperate Research, not really playable. Disrupt, not quite where we want to be. I guess I will take the Urborg Skellywelly here. These are just some much weaker packs coming around. Okay, so there's the Metathran Zombie. Like, I don't know, Barrin's Spite isn't that bad. I kind of wasn't expecting it to wheel. I think I'm okay just taking that over the zombie. This is some good interaction for where we have none now, so. I've kind of been hating on Sackland so far, but like we're somewhat in a reasonable position to take the Sulfur Vent, so I think I will. Empress Galena is just not particularly playable, and you know, we're kind of looking to like go into white or red as our third color right now. I don't know. I guess maybe there's a world where I play Slimy Kavu. I'm not happy about that world, but it does exist. I don't think if we're playing white, we're going to be doing Capuchin Unicorn and Old Alien Zombies, a card I'm relatively pleased to main deck. Not like super excited, but like it's a 2/2 for 2, and like just being pro green sometimes is just gonna like ranch some people. So we'll see. We got. Oh, okay. Yes, please. Thank you. That is a gift. Radiant Kavu. Not really what we're about here. Nightscape Battle Mage isn't great, but like I say that it's good. Like we're gonna be a 6-mana double mana war. Like that's pretty good right there. But it's not as good as like the green one or the green one that does Naya, or the blue one that's Esper. It's just worse than both of those, which are like really exciting pickups. 2 Naya cards here, which were just, no way going to be that player at the table. Volcano Imp is like pretty nice to pick up on the wheel. And Arctic Merfolk, probably not making the deck at this point, but not a bad card. Lash Knife Barriers, pretty busto. But Croesus' Catacombs is also really nice. But I think we're just going to take this very, very good card. It's like Glorious Anthem, but it also cantrips, and it's just 1 white pip. When everything is just like a bunch of 2/2s running into each other, this card is very powerful. Is that card better than Halamjin? I think is a more confusing question. I think here I want the Silver Drake again. We're kind of building the same deck we did last time, but that worked out. And Silver Drake is quite nice. And we are like pretty good at casting it so far, so I am down. This pack is a little bit worse. Daring Leap is a difficult to cast combat trick because it's quite expensive, but it is useful. We have 4 2-power flyers, so I'm not sure how great Aurora Griffin is here. Keldon Twilight's not really where we want to be. Neither is Raising Snid. If we're looking to, oscillate back, but I guess I'll take Aurora Griffin. Whoa, what? What? How did this happen? How am I getting a 5th pick voice of all? What? Where? It's so good. Okay. Yeah. That card's nuts. It's so useful. Yeah, wow. Wow. I guess here, I don't think I want the second Aurora Griffin, so I'm looking at Daring Leap or Sea Snid. I think it might be Daring Leap because we are, like, kind of all creatures at this point, and so, like, this can be a nice combat trick in a color pair that doesn't, we're in, like, a 3-color pair that doesn't have access to too much. I don't know if we're desperate enough for Silex. Gainsay is okay. Sea Snid is useful, I think, and it's probably going to be my take here. Although, I do have this Treva's Attendant in the board, so maybe I just take, like, Sinister Strength instead and try to, like, aggro people out. I don't really like the sound of that. I think I'm just going to take that. Another Dromar's Charm. Or Samite Pilgrim. Samite Pilgrim's pretty strong. But we do already have, like, Herboric Skeleton and Metathran Zombie to lock up the ground. So it's not as important there, but it's still very, very good. I think I'll take the Charm. But it's possible I'm wrong on that one. I don't have any or I guess I have the Battle Mage for Arctic Merfolk, but that doesn't really seem quite what I want, but I'll put it over in the sideboard for now. Don't really want any of this. Heroic Defiance is a tough spell to use. I don't think we're quite this deck for. I don't really want to play this familiar, but like if we don't have playables, it'll make the deck. Disciple of Kanji's nice. We cannot play Phyrexian Bloodstock because we're a white deck. You're not allowed. Another Daring Leap will have a reasonable chance. Okay, there's a Sinister Strength. I might play that. And I guess we'll play this Aurora Griffin as well. A lot of Sunscape Familiars. That's how you know this isn't that this is a Phantom draft. It's not a Keeper draft. Because those Sunscape Fams are worth some nice dollary dues. Magic Online. But not here for us right now. So, kind of like before, we're going to be getting some scraps here. This is mostly what our deck is going to be right now. Pack 3 is not going to have too much for us. The black-white cards, which would be like the enemy color pair that we're most interested in, are just not particularly strong. There's a Rager. A Rager is pretty nice. And yeah, that's about all that we got going on here. I don't know, this Stormscape familiar is starting to speak to me a little bit more. Because I think we might be getting a little more tempo-y. And then curving out's more interesting. Like, Spite into Nightscape Battle Mage is our Dromar Charms and interaction. His Daring Leaps are going to be pretty solid. So we may need to focus on like curving out more. And that card, as mediocre as it is pretty good for that. Maybe this Trava's Attendant on the Arctic Merfolk just doesn't have to be this deck, but just gives some space to think about it. Come to think of it, why are we playing black? We could be playing black for another Rager. But like there's I don't know, there's actually quite a few black cards. I'm moved into my pile now. And I'm probably gonna take this Rager over Evasive Action. So I'd say that like white is our weakest color, or blue I think is our weakest color, but we don't have a ton of like tools to move out of it, I don't think, because we have so many blue and white, or blue white and blue black gold cards. Yeah. Interesting. Standard Bearer, I'm not that excited about, but yeah, like if I try to drop blue, it's just it's just too much. The gold cards are too important here. Foul Presence can have some moments of shine. Standard Bearer I dislike compared to the Coalition Honor Guard. I think is more powerful. Diversionary Tactics I'm not sure we're quite wide enough, but I think that might be the take here. If we just have like a lot of bodies and we're trying to push some damage through, I think I like that. Putrid Warrior will definitely make the deck. Yeah, I think we're doing more beatdowns here. So if we're doing beatdowns, like, I don't know, Skyweaver's great. Zombie Boa is like pretty nice at pushing damage through. Coastal Drake is like a moderate upgrade over like Aurora Griffin. But I think I like the snake because it makes blocking like a little bit difficult. We do have a fair number of white permanents, but I don't think Necro's Sanctuary is quite worth it for us at that time. I guess I'm just going to take this Razorfin Hunter because I can't beat it. There's nothing else out of this pack I want. Another Putrid Warrior's nice. Okay, so we have the tools to be kind of aggressive. Oop. Alright, yeah, so like these cards are now relegated to sideboard. Sinister Strength, I don't know if I can put that in my deck. Disciple of Kanji, also just not going to be enough at this point. I don't know if I've ever played Legacy Weapon. Card's good. I guess I'll take a Standard Bearer for the sideboard at least. Jaded Response is also acceptable. And probably what I'll take out of this one. Right, this is... Yeah, Illusion is not a thing we're interested in. Nor are we really interested in Heliona, I guess, but that's like the only color card we have here. I think I might play 17 lands here because our curve is somewhat low for this format. Although this is a lot of 3-drops. Okay, Living Airship is ostensibly an upgrade over like Aurora Griffin, but Foul Presence also is just gonna like dominate some matchups, so I think I have to take that. I don't know if I'm playing it. I guess Shimmering Mirage. I guess Soul Link. Remember Whirlpool Rider? The Jared James B special in Pauper with Jace's Erasure? I never beat that deck in my life, I don't think. It was really cool. Meta plan. This is a lot of 3-drops. I don't think we need this Ceasenit as much. Our plan is really just going to be flyers first, and then this is just less great at blocking, especially now that we got more on this end of the deck to help with things. So we do have like Sunscape Familiar. I probably should play it. It is just like going to reduce a lot of our mana. I am not going to play Sulfur Vent. I think just tapping for the blue there is not good. And like the black is like, oh, I could destroy a land with Battle Mage. That's not something I'm interested in. So let me group creatures separately. Maybe I'll take out the Daring Leap. Maybe leave in 1. We just have so many flyers anyway that it's a little bit redundant. And it's mostly just +1/+1 at first strike, which is still like something I think we're a little intrigued by. Given that we don't have a ton of interaction, but I think Foul Presence is probably a slightly better take there, especially because we have things like Rager that are in Putrid Warrior that'll come in like attack once or twice and then just hang out. Foul Presence is probably a nice way to muck things up with them. So let's see what Moto suggests for me. Favoring, so almost the 6/6/6 favoring black and blue. Well, that does reflect our 1-drops and 2-drops pretty accurately. 2 planes for Voice of All is probably what's going to make me put this at 6 and blue at 1 less. I don't think I can play 18 lands with this deck. Oh, but we have the cameo. We do have the cameo here, which helps things out, so I should... Yeah, I like this more then. Yeah, because we are slightly... a little bit more in favor of black than blue. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm on board. Yeah, this is our deck. And let's get into the games. Let's see if we can go back to back with some trophies. That'd be exciting. But not something I'm entitled to. It'd just be exciting. Okay, we are in there for round number 1 versus Radiation. I would not like to play first. I will keep this hand. Remove my upkeep stop because we had that there from the last league with our good pal Reef Shaman. Get our Mana Dork out there, even though we could have hit the Putrid Warrior. Oddly enough, our hand is kind of reduced in awkward ways here, so I think I'm just going Silver Drake, pick this up. Maybe that was a punt to play the Sunscape, or the Familiar on turn 2. Maybe that was bad. Our opponent has Omnath mana. Opponent has Time Walked themselves. That is good for us, indeed. Silver Drake does have some important things that it asks of you. Okay, so we're at 5 mana right now. I could spend 4 to go Skyweaver plus activate. I think that's what I want to do. Lose life here because I think we're... I don't know. It's kind of obvious that we're the aggressor, I guess. So their Silver Drake is coming online next turn. That's not good for us. However, that Barrin's Spite is probably going to be quite nice for us at that time. I'm not interested in blocking any of this. I guess Barrin Spite is a little awkward here. What does that mean? Are they... I don't know, I guess I just give things flying. Nope, can't give itself flying, right. Right. I guess now I block because, like, I don't want them to put their Silver Drake in play. It's also a little annoying here. So if I just go Barrin Spite, they put the Skyfolk back in their hand. And take 3. I think I just attack with Tower Drake rather than do all of that. I don't feel great about our spot. We're like very close to losing this. Okay, this indicates that it's just the Silver Drake, which we beat with the Barrin Spite. Yay! Got one. Okay. So they're Omnath colors. I don't think we got a great sense of what their deck is about. Such that I don't really feel like anything obvious here I want to sideboard. They looked a little removal light, so like the Sinister Strength, like beefing up our creatures, is like kind of interesting. Kind of on board for that. But no, they also showed like Shackles, which is just like so good versus that. They want Standard Bearer. Nah, I think I'm okay with the deck as is. His hand is not playable. His hand is unfortunately a keep. Doesn't do anything until turn 4, but what the deck does. It's what we're doing. Aurora Griffin was nice there. So like if we go turn 4 or turn 3 Cameo, turn 4 Stormscape plus Griffin, we might catch up. Okay, that's not bad for us. Okay, all of that is fine. Then getting in our Griffin while its cost is reduced is the play here. They look like they're stumbling a little bit over there as well. Is this Savage Gorilla? Allied Strategies. I forgot about that card. That card is busted. It's very, very good. So I've got 6 mana here, so I'm probably just deploying both of my creatures. Yeah. Next turn we can go like Weaver plus attack, or Weaver on Putrid Warrior and attack for 5. Leave up Diversionary Tactics with the Weaver and the Stormscape Familiar. Just like pretty good versus the slowest start. Okay. Deny them a small portion of their mana. Could also be fine to like do the Heralds, but oh, okay. That's fine with me. I am back to kind of not liking our spot. I don't know, we kill them in 2 turns in the air, but they've just got a lot of resources in play. don't think there's like a flash flyer that I need to be worried about here. I just don't see a real reason to play my land. This is a tough game state to comment on, I guess. Like, our hand is lands, their hand is large, so I can't speculate too much on what's in there. I guess the desperation draw with Heralds bodes well for us. Flyer on defense is not good enough here because we just like tap the Skyweaver and the Familiar and to use diversionary tactics, but March of Souls I don't think does it either because we could get like 4 spirits to their 4 and then we like tap down 2 of them. Okay, nice. That was cool. We had some dorky creatures and we just kind of slapped them together and we had a clock. Neat. Alright, 1-0. We're doing good. Ball is rolling. Okay, very quickly back for round number 2 versus Conrad Kolos, who has chosen not to play first. So I must make sure to turn off auto yields so that I don't F6 my first turn, as I can sometimes do in this situation. This hand is unkeepable, so we shall mulligan it. This hand is better. I will keep it, and I think I'm going to put back diversionary tactics. This hand is looking to be slightly more aggressive with our ground creatures, and we don't have access to white mana, so I think we're just kind of going to need to go like 2-3, hope like maybe Barrin spite 2 of their creatures, and like maybe that's enough tempo, who knows. As far as being like put on the play is, like this hand is really good for us. Land. Okay, well, you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Skyweaver. Don't be a Razorfen Hunter. That's pretty good too. Land. Land. Oh no. It's not good for us, team. Not looking good. Maybe I should have mulliganed further. Feels a little risky. For what it's worth, this is not developing that horribly. Now that we've hit our land, we can Rager. There's a card name that I haven't mentioned yet. It's a common. That would be really bad here, but I don't want to speak it into existence. But it does counter creature spells. And it'd be really backbreaking right now. But my opponent is a nice person. They wouldn't do that to me. It is the one card that has not been cast yet. It is backbreaking here. That is the one I was thinking of. That is the one I was thinking of. Yep, that's exclude. That's, yep. Your removal spell into exclude versus your mulligan to 6 on the play. Hurts. I guess I'm attacking because I'm... never gonna have the other opportunity to trade with this Tower Drake. Kind of wild for them to do anything there. Okay, well, Barrin's Spite is like reasonable against that. Oh no. Okay. Huh. Well, I'm not winning this race, but all right. There's no way they play around Barrin's Spite, right? Like, my opponent is going to. Okay. They're going to look at me play this Urborg trick. They're going to be like, it has to attack each turn of evil. I can just block them. So I'm going to take this turn to cast another creature spell and develop my board, right? And I'm not going to use my interaction because I'm already just eating their creature for free. And my opponent just like doesn't know what's happening, right? Like that's just it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna Barren Spite two other creatures, and it's all gonna work out. And they in no way, shape, or form would they just pass it back here. They wouldn't do that to me. No. They're gonna cast a creature spell here. They're gonna add to their board. Please. Please. Let me rob you of this game, please. There's no way that they're thinking about Barren Spite. Yes, play a creature. No. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, well they got another creature in there anyway, so that's good for us. Like, bouncing the Fairy Squadron's kind of rough here because now we're just like letting them kicker it at a later time, and that's like, just going to lead to a whole host of issues. But they also hobbled my black creature, so that's just another 2-for-1. So they do get both creatures back to hand, but they only have 1 blue mana. Significantly less efficient at killing me. Drawing a planes is still pretty nice. Okay, I like it. Don't believe they make this trade. Still feeling quite bad. Like, even if we draw planes at this point, we've just been like 2 for 1 too many times by like exclude, or like just that whole combat with Barrin Spite was not super profitable. It was fine, but like, you know, it was important for not dying, but it's not really getting us to a place that we want to be. Still just like very, oh god, that's awful for us. Alright, planes, and then we just like need them to block, and then maybe we can get the Daring Leap. So that's all we got going for us. Oh, they're just main phasing it. Okay. This game is just so different if our Rager doesn't get excluded. Somehow we're like still like applying actual pressure, and I don't understand how. I feel like we should be just so dead this game. It's like single islands, I think, really been tripping them up. Fortunately, we have no attacks. That's good for next turn. No attacks here. We are gonna be able to like enable some attacks because this basically has 1 power right now for when it engages in creature combat. So like the Phyrexian Slayer attack there is quote unquote free, but this one is not, so we have to hold back. But 2 turns from now we can do some stuff, make some inroads on combat. But now they're gonna have their Fairy Squadron kicked in play, so that's also pretty bad for us. You're gonna have to like Daring Leap our way. That's also really bad for us. Now our Skyweaver's not profitably engaging. But I'm just gonna have to let that die because it's all about the air game right now, and we just have flyers, thankfully. Yeah, I just have to do this. Don't exclude me again. No. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, that's disgusting. Get 2 excludes? I haven't seen an exclude this format. This is my 8th draft. I haven't seen one in a pack at all. Haven't even seen one. Thankfully, haven't had any cast against me until this moment, but... Ugh. Ugh. Oh, hey, I forgot Lash Knife Barrier does that. That was just combat damage, but nope, we get to... We goozle them a little bit, I guess. That's nice. If you have a third exclude, I would like to see it at this time, just for complaint equity. Absorb. Oh, of course. Yes. Of course. Okay. Okay. This is a little ridiculous now. I should think about sideboarding while we got time here. Jaded response could be okay. They have enough auras that like standard bearer is pretty good just for like the pop protect. Hard to know if they like don't have a ton of remove. Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. Okay. Yep. So this is just a lot to take in. I mean, I think my block here is bad, but I really don't know what I'm playing to either. Nope. I think Magic Online just kind of stole that one from him by assigning damage wrong. Because Magic Online probably auto-assigns in a way that doesn't take note of Flash Knife Barrier. I'm also just like so close to dead from this Quicksilver dagger. I can Daring Leap and like block, do some amount of blocking here. Yeah, the Razorfen Hunter going upstairs is still getting damage through, so no need to show them anything. I'm just peeling a little bit off of their clock. If by some miracle we end up winning the next game and can go to a game 3, maybe that comes up into play, so I'm okay to hang out for a little bit, try to make it count. See if they show me any more cards in their deck. So Lightning Angel is kind of nice to know about, I guess. It's awful to know about, but I can't really stop it. But now we know, I guess. We do have a lot of auras. You know, it would be cool if we had like 3 Auram's Thunder in the board or something, and we just like boarded into a red deck. That'd be kind of cool. Might have had that opportunity at some point in the draft that I missed, but we're here now. So Standard Bearer I would like in. Foul Presence I think I want in. Diversionary Tactics doesn't seem particularly useful in this matchup. Can be more about winning combat in the air. Jaded Response was the other one I was kind of thinking of. And I think that's worth it because they had some really powerful spells that I can't do a whole lot about. Barrin's Spite I think is still probably worthwhile. And even this other Daring Leap for like trying to blow them out mid-combat would be good. All I have to do is find 2 cuts. Don't really like the zombie boa here. Maybe the Tower Drake? Yeah, I guess it's like one of my weaker flyers, I guess. I don't feel great about that. Okay, this hand's capable of doing some stuff. A hand that does make me wish I was on the play, kind of, but not enough to actually do that. So we're just going to be able to foul presence that. Or we could Lash Knife Barrier first. Yeah, Lash Knifing is probably better first. Get our cantrip in. Totally fine with me this time. I think I just keep things mana efficient here. If you want to time walk yourself to kill one of these creatures, I think I'm okay with that. Unlikely to kill both, though. You also need to like make sure you assign damage correctly, which they didn't do last time, so maybe we can get them again. Okay, they did not do it correct. Or no, this is fine. Yeah, this is good. What am I talking about? I'm being so mean for no reason. Doing some good damage here. Lightning Angel would be difficult. It also qualifies as difficult. forget, what do you do again? Deals damage equal to its power to target creature. Okay, so they can kill my standard bearer and deal 1 to me, but that's not too threatening on this board. So, I believe I just Aurora Griffin and attack with Silver Drake and have somewhat easy lethal next turn with Daring Leap. Depending on what they do. So I Daring Leap here. They block here and take 5 plus the Putrid Warrior trigger. I believe this is just lethal. And if they have a spell of the Esper colors, I can stop it. Cool. That was rad. So, what did we learn from there? We learned that Lash Knife Barrier remains a very good Magic the Gathering card. Although it didn't matter a ton that game, but it also cantrip, so whatever, right? The Jaded response looked okay, not really exciting. Tower Drake's probably better than that one. I think we got to be tapping out so much that I don't think we're going to be able to effectively hold it up. I don't know, maybe having this Diversionary Tactics in the sideboard's kind of maniacal. Yeah, maybe it's better than that Daring Leap. The combat trick is nice, but being able to lock down some of those scary creatures is probably better. Also wouldn't mind a Voice of All this league. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I think I'm just back on the main deck with Zombie Boa for Foul Presence. I believe that's what this configuration... Oh, and Standard Bearer for... something. Well... Well. Alright, I'm gonna need y'all to look away from the screen. just look away. just everybody be cool, okay? We're just gonna draw it. It's fine. We've got a single 3-drop. What more do you need? It can't get excluded. That's kind of nice. I think it's really nice that it can't get excluded. And it's basically Tendrils of Agony, if you think about it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really failed to see how this could backfire. Really failed to see how this could backfire. No idea how it could. No way to prevent this. Nothing we could have done differently. Nothing we could have done differently. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white spells. Which we've drawn 3. Yeah, that card's super beatable. Super beatable. No problems here. Nope. Don't see a problem. Nope. They have exclude up. Also, if they're just like wait a turn with Tower Drake, they just like get to block it for free. So it's, I don't think there's really any reason to play it out. Yeah. Oh, their deck's way better than ours too. I don't feel too bad about losing this one. I don't think we can double block here. Just getting rid of the Quicksilver Dagger matters here. There's the Absorb. Yep, of course. Yeah. Our mopey little deck of commons and uncommons is not going to be able to keep up with this. Nor will it have to. We're just like dying pretty quick. Don't believe there's anything we can draw here to get us out of it. Well, I mean, I guess, actually. Right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot about that part, of course. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, you win. Good games. Yeah, their deck is absolutely insane. Even with having to play stuff like Squeeze and Brace, like just the Lightning Angel, the Excludes, the Absorbs, you just can't. You can't beat that kind of thing. I mean, I do think some part of that mulligan was on me, but mulliganing's pretty rough in this format, especially being on the play. To some extent, your draw does just kind of have to come together, but that is alright. We are 1-1. Try to get that 2-1. Okay. Round number 3 is up. Playing versus if he dies, he dies. I believe is like a pretty serious modal grinder. His hand's nice, actually. A little 3-4-4 curve. Of course. I should have played the Swamp. The Swamp is the better one because that does Vodalian Zombie or Putrid Warrior. So if I draw Vodalian Zombie, I'm going to be sad. Instead, I am unpunished, and we get a really nice 2-3-4 curve going on. So they can activate Dago Disciple, but we are taking a somewhat aggressive approach here for sure. So I will. What does that do? Nothing right now. I think it's still just going to be Urborg Drake. We're going to tap Spear Spewer. Oh, it doesn't even deal damage. Duh. Alright, well, we made them spend the mana. There we go. You know, they couldn't do everything they wanted. Nice part is if they tap out for something, we can like Barrin Spite or we can go Stormscape into Barrin Spite. Okay, that was good enough. Alright, just seeing Dago Disciple and Plain Swamp, I don't really feel like I can make too many informed decisions about like what I should be sideboarding here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna run that back. I think this one's a keep. Once again, I should remember to play the Swamp this time. Okay. We have our redemption round. Uh-oh. Okay, that one's less scary. Notably, the 1/1 for Duskwalker doesn't have fear on the front half, so it's just chilling. But that's a pretty good reason to run it out in that fashion. Daring Leap can maybe get us a clean answer to it next turn, but we are taking on a lot of water. I guess if they hold up Dago Disciple, that doesn't even work. I think we just have to try to Lash Knife Barrier and stem the bleeding. That's not really going to work here. I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead. Dig a Disciple doing maybe the most work it's ever done. Yeah, hey, we're just out of here. Okay. Alright, so Mardu, aggressive stuff. But being that aggressive, I don't think we can do the Daring Leap, and maybe that Standard Bearer is going to be a bit better for us. Come on, deck, we can do this. I'm gonna keep it again because we have all the mana. Like in the real world, you just can't mulligan these hands. You just have to endure that you'll always lose with them, but you have to know that this is the right hand to keep, and I'm okay doing that. It's okay. I'm gonna draw 3 more lands and lose, but like it is the right thing to do. Because you can't just mulligan to a hand that has 3 colors of mana and a better curve and a 3-drop. You don't get to do that. Okay, hopefully that's the spell that just like puts us over the edge and lets us continue to compete in this. We probably have removal of some kind because our deck seems insane. Okay, maybe not. I will double block the... Nope, I can't double block. That's how that works. I will probably trade with the Hooded Kavu here. Meyer Kavu is just kind of going to run me over, though. The card's very good. That's also very problematic. Oh. 1 and 2 with this deck. I think that feels about right. There's nothing powerful going on here. We didn't really get any bombs. So, no, I guess, yeah, you got me. Yeah, I didn't really open any powerful synergies of bombs. It just kind of had some flyers. I think that was good enough for that first match win for sure, but now that we see, you know, we play against players who just like have 3-color mana work, and oh my god, that's bad. Yeah. Just gonna flood out and lose, and that's okay. So, 1 and 2, but that was, I think that kind of ended up being a 1 and 2 deck for sure. Yeah, Barrin's Spite was our only rare. Oh, yeah, we had Voice of All, but we never saw Voice of All, so it didn't count. Which was like a real thing that like pushed me towards Esper. So unfortunate that we just kind of got punished by never seeing that and having to just instead work with a lot of our mediocre white cards, which were adequate but not exciting. So that was a fun league, though. Like both of the game 3s that we lost, there where we just did nothing, were pretty lame. But like I thought the other parts of those matches were pretty good, even where we lost, like, you know, round 2 versus that Jeskai opponent. Like their deck is completely absurd and unreasonable, but like something you can do in that format, which is cool. And like most of it was like or there were like a good number of comments. Like it commented on Exclude being unbeatable, but you know, like the Absorb, the Lightning Angel, the I thought there was one other nasty rare that they had in there. But yeah, so like there was some really powerful stuff that they had going on, but it was all throughout the rarity. So they just had a fantastic draft for him. And maybe I should have been in red more, but that Voice of All really swayed me, and perhaps I should not have let it. But hindsight's 2020. Deck was fun. Got to cast Barrin Spite, which is not a card I've cast much of. And I think we took it at the right time, like after it tabled, like that was fine. I think it was pretty fine. The games that we drew it, you know, the spots where we used it, you know, it won us the game once, and then other times where it's like you're trying to kill threats that had like Squeeze Embrace on them, or like Quicksilver Daggered, and it was already like they'd already been gotten their value, so it was, you know, any removal spell was going to look bad there too, even though Barrin Spite was funky in its wording. But yeah, so fun league, and see if we can squeeze in some more recordings of this. But been having fun with the format. Hope it's been enjoyable to watch, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.